Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Modern Mystic radio show. My name is Mystic Saira. I've been working as a professional psychic for about 30 years now. So if you would like your own private reading with me, I'm a psychic medium based in the UK. You can do that by going to my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, or you can get me on Facebook under Mystic Saira and Modern Mystic. And there are other ways you can get me through Instagram, you can get me through Twitter, all sorts of different ways. Right, so I want to talk about my topic for today, which is about manifesting. Now, I'm not really going to go through techniques with you because I've done that before. So I've given a lot of things away already, and I'm pretty sure that anyone that's interested in manifesting would have probably read up a lot about those techniques anyway. What I want to talk about really is, what to consider when you're manifesting, and looking at why sometimes it doesn't work. It's not that the universe doesn't like you. It's not that you did something really bad in a previous life. It's not anything that you're doing wrong. But, I feel when I'm looking at the way people are trying to manifest, if we're looking at what people would be using the law of attraction for, quite often it is the case to get themselves out of a hot spot, or for a financial abundance or business success. And let's talk a little bit about material wealth, and using the law of attraction for material gain. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that a lot of people will try to use the law of attraction for winning the lottery, as though that's going to be the source and the end of all their problems, which to a certain degree is and would be. And I'm not saying that the law of attraction can't work for that either, but you've got to consider what the universe wants. Okay, so even though you want to win the lottery, to try and shift your energy from where you are at the moment, particularly if you're in, a period of struggle, and you're not feeling very well off. If we're looking at what you're sending out to the universe, to jump from not feeling very well off to feeling very well off, can be quite a difficult thing to do, because it all comes from within us. So what we are vibrating out, what we are emitting, our emotional frequency and our emotional message to the universe is what dictates what comes to us, okay? So one thing to remember with material wealth, and this is from my perspective, is that material wealth is a byproduct of what you're doing, not necessarily the end goal. And also, we've got to consider what the universe wants for us. So if we imagine that we are a spark of that divine, and the universe is working through us each and every second of the day. So what would the universe want for us? Well, fundamentally, the universe wants growth. The universe wants progression, and the universe wants you to have that growth and progression. So if it is the case that you're manifesting or trying to manifest a large sum of money, you've got to look at, would that make you grow as a person, as a soul, as a human being? Because if that's not the case, if it's the case, and we've all done it, we're all thinking, I want to win the lottery, I'm going to try the law of attraction and see if it works for me, because I want to sit there with my feet up, being waited on hand and foot by somebody nice. But it doesn't quite work like that, okay, because it wouldn't necessarily allow you to grow. So when you're looking at what to manifest, okay, you've got to look at the whole growth aspect. Now, one of the things that I found to be particularly useful, because I feel that it's easier to manifest an experience rather than, like, for instance, a large sum of money or something specific like that. So what I did, so in my case, this is a good few years back now, is I really painted, I wrote it all down, I wrote out my perfect day in my perfect circumstances from start to finish. So I really painted the picture, and then I left it completely open to the universe as to how it was going to deliver me to that outcome. So looking at what kind of outcome would you like? What kind of house would you like to live in? What sort of experiences would you like to have on a day-to-day basis? All of those things matter and they count. And the thing is, when you think about what you would love to experience as your life, that has great emotional value. So there are plenty of things for you to consider when manifesting. So I would say, and there's nothing wrong with trying for the lottery. And like I said, I don't think that it's something that you can't do. I think it's something that people can do. But if you're not having success with that, then look at actually changing your life in a different way. Because I believe that the challenges that we're given in life are not there to crush us and to knock us down, but they're there to make us grow, okay? And that is what I feel the universe actually wants for us. Okay, so I'm going to go on to my first caller this evening, and we have Carla, who is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Carla, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Carla, how are you? Welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. Now, is there something that you would like me to look at for you today?
I kind of don't know where I'm going anymore. I've had some life changes, and I'd like a point in the right direction. What I need to look for. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lost.
Okay. Let's have a look and see what we've got for you. Right. Right, I'm just putting out some cards for you. Okay, so first and foremost, I feel that you're still going through a process of adjustment. Okay, and this is to do with some of the aspects and the things and perhaps the people that have left your life. Okay, does that make sense to you? And I feel like I want to be drawn over the last year with that. Now, at the moment, it feels like everything is on pause. And, you know, this is why I don't feel like it's necessarily the right time for you to strike or make your move just yet. And this is why I feel that level of sort of understanding of what you need to be focusing on isn't quite there around you at the moment. Now, one of the things that I feel really drawn towards, and it's actually quite powerful here within your cards, is looking at a potential house move. Now, is this something that you've been considering?
Gently, not a lot, but gently it has crossed my mind.
Okay. All I would say here is there's a huge emphasis on the home, and if it's not a physical move that you're planning or thinking of, I feel like you're certainly going to be changing the energy within the home, because what I'm being shown here is, so has your home emptied in terms of people, if that makes sense? Are there less people in the house than there was perhaps a year before?
Yes.
Yeah, because my feeling here is like this is about filling that space here with you. Now, like I said, I didn't feel like right at this moment is the right time for you to be considering exactly what moves you need to make. However, what I am being shown here is that time period is actually not that far away. So I want to say within the next sort of 1 to 2 months, you're going to feel a lot more inspired in terms of how you want your life to progress. Now, there's a feeling here of like relationships and companionship, and wanting to be, how can I put it, wanting to not be alone. Does that make sense? I feel like there is almost like a solitary energy with you at the moment. Now that gap, that space is there to be filled, and it will be filled all in good time. But my feeling here is that there is still a little bit of work to be done in terms of getting you to the ideal point of where you can attract the right relationship for you that is going to be how can I put it? It's completely different to what you've had before. I'm being shown here. So, was there a relationship breakup, or that you found yourself on your own over the last year?
Not so much romantic as just like important relationships. My daughter, important relationships that were very valuable to me that are no longer around. So.
Okay. However, that has left you with, I feel, a lot of free space to kind of design your life in the way that you really want it to, okay?
Yeah.
And this is where I feel like I said, there is this huge element of love coming in for you, but it's after a period of where you've really found yourself. Does that make sense? And this is part of the journey that you're going through at the moment. It's trying to work out who you are. It's trying to work out who you are now. Does that make sense? Because you're different to what you were before.
Absolutely. Okay. It does make a lot of sense, yes.
Okay. Now, nobody's expecting you to be able to have all the answers and know who you truly are overnight. Okay. And I feel here that this is a pathway that you are going to step onto in the very near future, in the next 1 to 2 months. It's a pathway of self-discovery. Okay. I feel as though I've got you trying lots and lots of different new things. And this is going to help you I keep on getting writing with you as well. Have you ever considered writing a book or poetry or something like that?
Actually, yeah, I'm a poet. I have written a book, and I need to. I have another one that's there that I just have not submitted for publication. I've been having it for 2 years.
Okay, well, again, sometimes, in what we write is our own experience. And if you are yet to complete that journey of experience, it's very difficult to write about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have to dig in, and you have to know it. You have to be able to dig in properly. And if you can't, you can't.
Absolutely. I mean, I do feel that this other project, because I'm being shown here, it's like it's been placed on the back burner for you because there's been too much that you've had to deal with, in particular over the last couple of years. This is what I'm being shown.
Yes.
So I do feel that I've got the inspiration coming straight back in. This is something. So this second book, is that something like really quite different to what you've written before?
Yes.
Yeah, because what I'm being shown with it is like this is like unknown territory to you. Okay, and I feel like you have been trying to kind of feel your way through it. But what I'm being shown here is the experiences that you're going to be having, in particular over the course of this year, are going to aid you with the material for the book that you want to write. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I feel like there is a very, very strong component with the writing. I feel like this is where I've got you really focusing your energy. The other experiences here are kind of guiding you to kind of go within and work out who you are now and what is important to you now, because I feel like it's all changed. Okay.
Yes,
and once, and I kind of want to say, ask the universe to kind of assist you with this journey, in terms of perhaps speeding it up. This feeling of being on pause, everything's sort of slow, is really, really temporary for you. I haven't got it as a permanent sort of fixture. But what I am being shown here is, and my guides keep on saying, you can't write until this chapter has finished in your life. Okay, this is what it's talking about.
Yeah.
and you're almost at that stage where you're about to go on to the next level. There's something here about like so I just feel like the content of this book that you want to write is really important as well, or it's going to be really successful. That's what I'm being shown. So you're going into, I feel, like a slightly different genre or slightly different type of writing. But a lot of it is going to be coming from the experiences and your own realizations and your own sort of aha moments are coming into that book, but you haven't had them yet. Okay. But what I would like to say is, hold your horses, don't go into panic mode. Okay. It's not like that your life has stopped. Okay. It's just giving you some breathing space to deal with. I'm being given the word trauma, to deal with the trauma that you've gone through. Does that make sense? That in itself takes some time.
Absolutely. I have been going through some health trauma.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel here that you are going to unravel all of this and get yourself back into, it's like a stronger version of yourself. That's what I'm being shown.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Good. It's nice to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. Have a great evening.
Thank you. You too. Okay, let's go on to our next call. We've got Ashley, who is in Buffalo, New York. Hi, Ashley. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hiya. Now, what would you like me to look at for you today?
Well, I just am about to change career paths and start a new career. So I just want to see, like, how that's looking, if it's the right decision and stuff like that.
Okay, let's have a look and see what we get for you. Right. Let's just see. So the offer of work is already there, is that right?
I'm sorry, what?
The offer of work is already there, is that right? With your new career?
I've been, for the last few months, I've been doing things to, obviously, get licensed and whatnot. And I actually just yesterday found out that I passed my state exam. So I'm about to, actually start actively working.
Oh, wonderful. And congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, for whatever reason, I feel as though there's a little bit of conflict within you over going in this direction. Now, when I'm looking at the outcome of the direction, it looks brilliant. You know what I mean? I feel like you've got absolutely no fear at all in terms of what you're heading into. And I love this change of direction. You've taken a lot of time over this decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I was, thinking about it for, a while, but nothing like serious, but it was brought to my attention like over the past years. And then just, recently I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it.
Now, I am also being drawn towards an important male, okay, that is going to help you with your career and with your advancement. Now, is there a name that's coming with that person at all? With the man that would help? Like, is there? Well, what I'm getting is the initial J with this person.
J. Wow.
J.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Does that make sense?
That actually does. Like, I just took my real estate. I'm getting into real estate. So I just took the course and I just passed both exams. So now I have to basically choose which brokerage I'm going to sign with. And that's the only part of the whole process that I'm a bit confused on and want to make sure that I make the right decision. And that's where, I'm getting nervous about. And that actually does, because that's the initial of the first person, one of the people that I was thinking about signing with.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, what I do feel is that this person is going to be very important, okay, in terms of your advancement. They've got a lot of background. You know, a lot of background, a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise, and I feel that I feel like they're going to be able to help you, not only just in terms of like the offer of work in itself, but to be able to help you to be successful, because they want to see you being successful.
Right.
And I mean, I do feel as though. I feel like I've got you being there for quite some time, because I feel like I've got you kind of it's like climbing the ladder, or I see you going upwards here. In terms of like, is it the right decision for you? I have got abundance. I have got material gain with this, and I feel it's like. So is there sort of like a self-employed aspect to it as well?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at a point that what I was doing for so long, and I kind of grew out of it. I needed something different. I wasn't happy doing what I was doing, and I finally needed to make a change. So I was hoping I made the right decision, but.
I mean, I feel that you have, and I feel that. It's like your motivation, or what is driving you, and what I feel you will kind of stand for is, it's like selling, selling a little bit of luxury, if that makes sense, or selling, somebody's dream. I feel like you're going to be very good with that kind of aspect. And what I'm also being shown here is, I kind of get you seeing you walk through, and you're kind of painting the picture for them. In the sense of, and we've got this little spot, and what would look great here is blah blah, and do you see what I mean? You're kind of getting them to paint the picture, which ultimately I feel is going to win you the sale. Okay, so it's the way in which you are able to paint that picture for those people that you'll be showing properties to, that will actually be successful for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also I feel that, because I feel like I've got you really getting into it, this is a way that you can really start to explore some of your potential. Okay. I feel like you're going to really enjoy it. I feel like you're going to get a real buzz from it. I feel, that is something that I feel like I've got you working really studiously and really hard with. I feel like I've got you changing, like constantly changing the way, you approach people or handle people. And I feel like you're going to come up with a winning formula. However, I feel that this person, this man, is very important in part of this process, because they're going to be able to guide you in terms of, the things that you're doing right. Because I get quite like a positive, so I get him giving positive feedback, if that makes sense. So rather than him focusing on perhaps areas that, maybe you shouldn't have said this, or maybe you shouldn't have said it in that way, he's going to be focusing a lot more on those positives, okay, of what he feels is your strengths. And that's the sort of person that you need to actually work with, okay?
And that was the biggest thing I was concerned about, is like right now I have to make that decision. And if I choose someone, something that's not, it could set me back, or it can really start me in the right direction right away. So that's kind of what I've been stressed out about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you've got to follow your intuition as well. I do feel as though there's one one particular company that is, I want to say that, you've got a stronger feel for anyway. Okay. I mean, I certainly don't feel like I've got you making the wrong decision at all.
Okay.
There's something here about the person that you're working for being a family man as well.
Okay, yes. That's from, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife works in the office, and his younger daughter, he's trying to get into real estate. So, I mean, he tries to bring the whole family into the business. So that makes sense, yeah.
Okay. And the other one, I feel, so is that again another man that is running that company?
There's another one?
So you said there were two that you were considering. So are they both run by men?
Okay. I'm not 100% sure who runs the other one, but possibly.
Okay. Well, I'm picking up a male. But the thing with them, and this is why I feel like you shouldn't go with them, you should go with the J name, is that, yes, they're very good at what they do, but I feel as though they're quite introverted as a manager and wouldn't give you, it would feel as though you're on your own, okay? You wouldn't have as good a guidance as you will do with the J name manager.
Okay, and the J is the first name, right? Are you getting at that with like the first name or the last name?
I feel like it's the first name.
Okay. I just want to make sure I have it right. Okay.
Yeah, but it's definitely the family man as well. That's coming in quite strongly.
Anything else about him, just so I know for certain?
Well, I would say that he's built he's built himself a really good foundation. I feel as though there's quite a lot of yellow in the logo, possibly, or there's a yellow theme with the company. I'm going to have to leave that there because our show has now finished. But thank you so much for coming through.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're more than welcome. And good luck. I know you'll be fabulous.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye. So that is my show for tonight. I shall see you the same time next week. Once again, if you do want to get hold of me, the website's modern-mystic.co.uk, and you can find me on Facebook under Mystic Sarah and Modern Mystic. So I'm going to wish you a lovely evening. Stay tuned for some wonderful shows tonight and throughout the rest of the week. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye for now.